Bonjour à tous et toutes, comment allez-vous? Hello, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn French with Anubhav. If you have already subscribed to my channel, press the bell icon to get the latest updates. Today's class, we'll be discussing stem changing verbs. This is the part 2 video. In part 1, I discussed one of the categories. If you haven't watched that video, do watch it. Links are in the description below. In part 2 video, stem changing verbs, I'll be taking another category. You may call it this, of course, the second category of stem changing verbs. So, if you have watched the part 1 video, you might remember that in stem changing verbs, like the stem gets changed with je, tu, il and il plural. But for nu and vu, stem remains the same, and the conjugation of the verb is just like er ending verb. In stem changing verb part 2, the second category verbs also, the same thing is there, but the change in the stem is different from what we discussed in the first one. So here also, for je, tu, il and il plural, the stem will change, and for nu and vu, there will be no change. So, in the second category, the accent aigu over E changes to accent grave, right? Rest things remaining the same except nu and vu. For nu and vu, this will remain like this only, it won't change like this. Let me write it here that accent aigu changes to accent grave. So, I am first enlisting the subjects je, tu, il, then nous, vous, il, elles. We all know je means I, tu means you, il, he or it, elle, she, nous, we, vous, you, il and elle, they. And let's write, I'm taking two verbs. First is gérer, which means to manage, and the second one I'm taking préférer, to prefer. So we have gérer, to manage, and préférer, to prefer, and the change will be this to this, except nu and vous. So let us start. Je gère. Did you notice accent aigu changed to accent grave? Tu gère. And one more thing, conjugation is just like the er ending verbs. Il and elle, gère, nous, there will be no change, gérons, vous, gérez, and il and elle, gère. Also, one more thing to be kept in mind, the conjugation which I am discussing right now is of present tense only. I am not discussing any other tense. Gère. So, je gère, I manage, tu gères, you manage, il gère, he manages, nous gérons, we manage, vous gérez, you manage, elle gère, they manage. Moving towards préférer. Okay, let's conjugate préférer, treating it to be a normal er ending verb only, and let's ignore the accents first. So, je, like, if we remove the ending er, prefer is the stem left. So let's write prefer in front of all the subjects. Prefer, prefer, prefer again, prefer, prefer. Now, let's add the er ending verb endings. E, es, e, ons, ez, ent. Now the accents. So, did you notice one thing? That the first one, first accent aigu is same in all, and only in the second one, the second accent aigu, it got changed into accent grave with these four subjects, and with nu and vu it remained the same. So we can conclude that if the infinitive is having two e's having accent aigu above them, the first e will remain unchanged, it will be constant in all the subjects, and the second e will differ. The accent grave conversion will be done with je, tu, il and il plural, and for nu and vous it will be the same. So je préfère, I prefer, tu préfères, you prefer, elle préfère, she prefers, nous préférons, we prefer, vous préférez, you prefer, and elle préfère, they prefer. Now one more thing, like the pronunciation. So here it will be like a only, but this will be like a. But here again it will be a. So préférer, préfère. That's the difference. Préfère because a sound of the accent grave and a sound of the accent aigu. So one thing to be kept in mind, if singly with an accent aigu, conversion will be done to that one, and if double e with accent aigu, then the second one will be converted, first one will remain the same. If you are doing in both of them, it's completely wrong. Now I will be listing some of the verbs which are conjugated in the same manner. So as you can see, I have enlisted some verbs which are to be conjugated in the same manner. Let's start with the first one, altere, which means to alter. So in this verb, which one will be changed? This one. E having an accent aigu with je, tu, il and el plural, the accent aigu will become accent grave, and for nu and vous there will be no change. Accent aigu, they will remain accent aigu. Célébrer, to celebrate. So it will be je célèbre, like first one accent aigu, second one accent grave, but it will be nous célébrons only. Both will be accent aigu. So as in préférer I discussed, the second e having accent has to be altered. If both changed, then it will be wrong. And if none changed, again it will be wrong. And if first changed and the second not, then also it's wrong. So first will remain unchanged, second will change. Compléter, to complete, this e to be altered. Différer, this e to be altered, to differ. Refléter, R-E-F-L-E with an accent aigu, T-E-R, to reflect. Répéter, both are with accent aigu, but this one to be altered, to repeat. Révéler, both with accent aigu, this one to be altered, to reveal. Suggérer, to suggest. And exaggerate, to exaggerate. Now let's take random three subjects. Say je, rather take four. Je, nous, vous, and ils. I have taken four subjects, okay? And let's choose verbs from here. First one, let's take répéter. So je répète, I repeat. So it will be first one remain unchanged, second one change to grave. Répète, je répète. For nous, let's take the verb révéler, right? So it will be same, no change. Révélant. Both accent aigu will remain the same way as it is, as first one is to be remain unchanged. For vous, let's take refléter, to reflect. So it will be reflect. So it will remain unchanged. Refléter. Refléter. And for lastly for il, which one to take? Let's take double E one. Celebrate. To celebrate. So il célèbre, they celebrate. So the first one remain unchanged. it will be accent aigu, and the second one will become accent grave, célèbre. Il célèbre, they celebrate. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui, that's all for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have any doubt or suggestion, you may write that in the comment section below. You can also like my Facebook page, Learn French with Anubhav. Thanks for watching. Au revoir, n'oubliez pas que la langue française, l'amour.